and get started here. Glad to see everyone was able to come out today. Thank you, parents, family members, whoever is here to see your students graduate today. This is a proud day for them. It's a proud day for me as their DARE teacher, so they did really well this year. A couple people I'd like to introduce before we get going. Some of my co-workers and bosses are here. So first of all, up here with me, Major Atkinson. In the row back behind him is Officer Dry, Officer Meeks, and Officer Williams. And the next two people in the front row, you guys probably already know. We'll get to them here in a second. I don't think I really need to introduce them quite yet, but I think y'all know them. First thing, to get things started, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance. So when I call out your name, I'm going to have 6 students come up here, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. When I call your name, just come stand up here to my right, and we'll get started with that. Grant Gardner, Carson Gorel, Caden Barker, Lyric Maston, Aiden Murphy, and McKenna Harrison. And if I could have everybody else please stand. The flag is over there on the wall.
Wait, where is it? I don't see it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good job. Thank you, guys. All right, a little background information for all of you that may not be familiar with DARE. Tell you a little bit about what we talk about with the students, and tell you a little bit of background on DARE and how it all got started. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. It was started in 1983 in Los Angeles, California by the then Chief of Police, Daryl Gates. Here in Murfreesboro, we started teaching it in 1992, and today we teach it in all 12 city schools and also in 2 private schools here in town. DARE is currently taught in approximately 80% of United States school districts and in 54 countries around the world. DARE is an effort between law enforcement and the school system. We as officers, we come in, we teach them 10 weeks of lessons and show them how to be good people, how to lead productive lives that does not include drugs or violence, and how to stay away from them. Some of the things that we talk about in those 10 weeks are decision-making skills, risks and consequences, dealing with stress, bullying, being a part of a community, health effects of drug use, responding to peer pressure, communication skills, and empathy. Like I said, it's all about a life skills class, how to make good decisions no matter what situation you're in. DARE has never been a drug identification program. We don't bring drugs into the classroom to show them to the kids. And by graduating today, they're joining over 37 million students who have graduated from the DARE program. So that's just a little background about what DARE is. Some of you parents, you may have gone through it. You probably remember some of those classes. You remember the fun you had. Hopefully, you know, the guys graduating today, everyone had fun and learned a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to do is introduce Ms. Johnson, who you guys all know, Principal Johnson. She's just got a couple words for you, and then we'll go to our speaker.
Thank you, Officer Jay. Well, the first thing I want to do is thank our Murfreesboro City Police Department. Thank you so very much for offering this program to our students. It's such a beneficial program. And second, I want to thank the parents. Thank you all so very much for your support of your students today. This is a very important accomplishment for these boys and girls. Again, as Officer Jay said, our DARE program is teaching you about decision making. And as you get older and you go into the middle school and the high school, there are some decisions that you'll have to make that can change your life forever. And I'm hoping that you remember everything that Zinsky, Officer Jay has taught you when you're faced with some of these decisions that will change your life forever. So at this time, I'm going to introduce our speaker for today's event, which is Dr. Gina Surgener. She is our school counselor here at Scales Elementary School, and Ms. Surgener also teaches about some of these different subjects in your classroom lessons that she has, as well as some individual groups. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Surgener.
All right, well, good afternoon. Glad to see you guys again. It's been a long time, right? All of 20 minutes or so. As Officer Jay said, the DARE program's been around for a long time. 1983 it began, 34 years ago, as a matter of fact. And during those years, that program has been committed to focusing on drugs, violence, bullying, internet safety, all kinds of other high-risk circumstances that are too often a part of your all's daily lives. And basically, the whole thing comes down to one word, and that is choices. Choices can make or break us, and what might seem like a very small thing can quickly spiral into situations that change the course of our lives forever. Those things can be very positive, such as learning a new skill that you have and falling in love with that and taking that passion on for future events, or it can be negative, as getting yourselves into situations that you absolutely cannot get out of. Edwin Markham, a famous American poet, stated that choices are the hinges of our destiny. Think about the implications of that for just a second. Each and every single choice we have has the potential to impact the rest of our lives and the next steps that we're going to take. This includes the choices that we make as far as our own health is concerned, how we treat others, and how we allow others to treat us. In order to make the best choices, we have to decide to be strong enough to stand up for ourselves, to make very difficult decisions, and to put ourselves and others first, to realize that our potential is so much greater than what's right in front of us today. We must also realize that in order to reach our full potential, there are consequences for each of the choices that we make. The word consequence is defined as the effect, the outcome, or the result of something that's occurred earlier. And again, that's all about the choices that we make. Make your choices very carefully. You've been armed with knowledge and wisdom through the DARE program. We hope and we actually expect for you to take that responsibility very seriously and to go forth and do great things with great commitment, not just for you, but for me too. We're counting on each of you to do great things, to make those difficult choices and to change the world for the better for all of us. We need to pay this forward each and every day. We're really proud of you all for taking the DARE program seriously and for taking the information that you have learned and passing that on to others. So we look forward to seeing what happens with you guys as you go forward with all this knowledge. So thank you guys, and we're really proud of you.
Thank you, Dr. Surgener. I apologize for never calling you by your proper title, so I will start doing that from now on. All right, now for the part that you guys are all excited for, I know. Actually getting up and getting the things that I've been telling you about, the certificates and prizes and all that. A couple of reminders real quick before we get started with this. First thing, parents, if you have your cell phones, if you haven't done so already, I forgot to mention right away, turn them to silent or vibrate or turn them off. And then also, as we go through the classes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call class by class up here. Please wait and hold your applause until the whole class gets their certificates. That way we can make sure that we can hear everybody's name. So first up is Ms. Bowie's class.
Okay, welcome. Anicia Bailey. Keviana Brooks. Jordan Charlin. Christopher Collins. Caitlin Cook. Anthony Gamino Hernandez, Amelia Garcia, Grant Gardner, Kayla Hamilton, Leanna Hunt, Amber Rose Jewell, Mason Jones, Isabel Consesi, Ian Long, Connor McCright, Jarvis Mosby, Emily Pallone, Nelson Perez, James Player, Sebastian Romero, Tony Walker, Aiden Wilkerson, and Maya Williams.
One thing real quick, I would like to thank the teachers for giving me the time each week to come into your classrooms. I really appreciate that. I know how valuable that time is for you guys. We're going to do the prizes and the winners for Miss Bowie's class. So just to tell you guys a little bit of what these are about, the first prizes that we're going to give away are what's called the Dare Boy and Dare Girl. Now these are prizes that are voted on by the students in the class, and these are classmates that they think are going to lead drug-free lives, who are already showing that they're making good choices in life. So if you guys win this, be proud. This is something your classmates chose you for. And then the other prize is the essay, which I'm sure was your favorite part of Dare class, right? Everybody had to write me an essay about Dare, about what they learned, how they can use what we learned in Dare in their lives, and what it means to them. So we had to, as officers and teachers, we have to read those essays, and then we come up with a first, second, and third place in each class. So today you guys are going to hear the first place winner in each class, and they're actually going to come up here and read their essay. So the Dare Girl for Miss Bowie's class is Aiden Wilkerson. Dare Boy is Jarvis Mosby. All right, third place essay, Kayla Hamilton. Second place essay, Aiden Wilkerson. And first place, the one everybody wants to win, right? Amelia Garcia. I got your essay right here for you.
Today I'm going to tell you how Dare has helped me. Today I'm going to tell you 3 things. The 3 things are alcohol, bullying, and tobacco. This is how Dare helps me make good decisions. First up is alcohol. Alcohol causes coordination loss, poor judgment, memory loss, loss of self-control, and slow reflexes. There are about 75,000 alcohol-related deaths in the U.S. Alcohol goes into your bloodstream and damages organs. Next is bullying. If you want to report bullying, then you have to do it the right way. The right way is to use the 5 W's, which are who, what, when, where, and why. This is what you use for reporting bullying. Cyberbullying, social bullying, and physical bullying are all different types of bullying. Finally, tobacco use. More than 200 harmful chemicals are in cigarette smoke. Tobacco use can cause yellow teeth, bad breath, and dry, wrinkled skin. And also more than 400,000 Americans die from tobacco use each year. DARE has helped me, and I'm sure it will also help me in the future. The DARE decision-making model has helped me as well. It is a great way for making tough decisions. Alcohol, bullying, and tobacco are some of the few things I have learned in DARE this year. I have learned some wonderful and useful things in DARE.
All right, next up is Miss Campbell's class.
Okay. First, we have Levi Bartz, Zamari Brown, Haley Christensen, Ashton Cox, Robin Daniel, Carson Gorell, Nicholas Grisofi, Brooks Harmon, Autumn Harris, Destiny Huntley, Landon Jennings, Aslan Kirksey, Lauren Kloss, Zion Limpert, Morgan Massengill, Kaylin O'Neill, Jeremiah Page, Cameron Patnode, Phoenix Pavelski, Annabelle Rachels, Brianna Stratton, Peyton Tyree, and Tate Vinson.
All right, now for the awards for Miss Campbell's class. Dare Girl, Robin Daniel. Dare Boy, Brooks Harmon. Third place essay, Landon Jennings. Second place essay, Peyton Tyree. And the first place essay, Destiny Huntley.
DARE stands for Define, Assess, Respond, and Evaluate. Those 4 words can help you make a tough decision. DARE is a great program. The people that teach it are even better. Thank you, Officer Jay, for teaching all of us how to make good decisions and be a good person. I have learned a lot from DARE. I learned about all the terrible effects of drugs and alcohol use. I also learned how to deal with peer pressure, communication, how to deal with stress and resistance. I've also learned good things like how to be a good friend and make safe and responsible choices. I think it's important to stay drug-free, make good decisions, and deal with peer pressure because one day you're going to look back on your life and say, why did I ever do that? Also make good choices because you're going to look back at your life and say, I made the right decision. I love DARE because we did a lot of fun games and activities. It was nice to know that people care that much about you to come to your class every Thursday morning. I love how DARE helped me and others and will help others in the future. DARE is the best.
All right, Miss Everett's class is up next.
Eli Atwater. Caden Barker. Sydney Bible. Danny Crawford. Alyssa Filia. Vinny Gerges. Christian Graham. Zoe Helcher. Nia Howard. Rodney Urban. Cameron Judkins. Emma Leinbach. Chloe Mayers. Bella McGowan. Fardia Nassery. Merlin Rodriguez Martinez. Tyler Rowe. Aiden Sinthavong. Noah Smith. Kylie Travis. Yuvia Vakos. Catherine Virgin. Nicoa Williams. Mason Young. Micah Young.
All right, now for the awards for Miss Everett's class. Dare Girl, Kylie Travis. And the Dare Boy, Aiden Sinthavong. Third place essay, Nicoa Williams. Second place essay, Elijah Atwater. And first place, Zoe Helcher.
Wow. Wow. Have you guys heard about all the things you learn about in DARE? It's amazing because it talks about helping each other. It also talks about bullies, how you can tell other people that smoking and drugs are bad for you. And it talks about more amazing things. First thing I know I learned in DARE was responsibility, which means being able to be reliable and dependable. You counting on other people and other people counting on you to follow through jobs or tasks. Next, bullies. Bullies pick on people they know are weak. Bullies may have aggressive or unwanted behavior that's used again and again. Bullies may insulate, harm, or control other people. Don't be a bystander. If you see this happen, even if you don't know the person being bullied, go help them because you never know. It could mean the world to them. Then comes drugs and cigarettes. My plan on how to use these is not to use them. If I knew someone who smokes or takes drugs, my plan would be to tell them everything I've learned in DARE classes about how they are bad for you. Drugs make you do crazy things like jump off a bridge. Drugs are bad, and that's why I don't take drugs. Cigarettes hurt your lungs, and if you smoke around other people and they don't smoke, they would breathe in the other person's smoke. Wait, what? I don't know. Breathe in the other person's smoke and hurt their lungs, even though they don't smoke. For example, I was walking down the street and walked over to my friend and she's smoking. If I breathe in her smoke, we both are hurting our lungs. Last I talked about drugs and cigarettes, and I talked about how they are bad for you. I talked about bullies, how you should stand up and be a friend. Even if you are not friends, don't be a bully. Help stop a bully, not help bullies. I talked about how I learned the true meaning of responsibility, which I know means being able to know you're reliable and dependable. DARE taught me a lot of stuff I didn't know, but now I know about how drugs and smoking hurt your body. I love DARE. It teaches you stuff and what to do and not what to do. DARE needs to go worldwide so every kid learns for when they're older not to smoke and don't be a bully. DARE is what you need to know about. D stands for define the problem. A stands for assess. What are your What are your choices? R stands for respond. Make a choice. Gather facts and information you have. E stands for evaluate. Review your decision. Did you make a good choice? That's our DARE decision-making model. Have fun.
All right, Miss Lawson's class is up next.
Landon Anderson. Jordan Andrew. Jaden Batts. Ebby Clark. Emily Cole. Nick Crockett. Tiana Davenport. Amari Dewberry. Piper Fisher. Vincent Gomez. Aiden Jarvis. Michael Johnson. Jalen Jones. Joseph Kinney. Olivia Laney. Lyric Maston. Madeline Meekum. Nora Miracle. Kyler Mitchell. Izzy Stewart. Hermela Yosef. And Raven Zuleta.
All right, for Miss Lawson's class, the DARE girl, Nora Miracle. Oh, we didn't give her time to get up front. DARE boy, Landon Anderson. Third place essay, Evelyn Clark. Second place essay, Michael Johnson. first place, Nora Miracle.
DARE is a class to keep kids off drugs. Not only does it keep kids off drugs, it also talks about peer pressure to keep kids from using tobacco products and drinking alcohol. I've learned a lot about all of this, and it has given me a chance to learn a little bit more than what I've known for the past several years. Today I'm going to tell you about what I've learned. In DARE, we have talked about alcohol a lot. Did you know that alcohol slows down your brain and body? Some other effects are loss of coordination, poor judgment, loss of self-control, and slow reflexes. Alcohol goes straight to the bloodstream and can damage every organ in your body. Kids' bodies are still growing, therefore the effect of drinking alcohol is much worse than adults. In DARE, we have also talked about tobacco use. In cigarettes, there is a powerful addictive product called nicotine. Nicotine reduces the amount of blood flow to your brain. More than 50,000 deaths can be attributed to secondhand smoke. 400,000 people die in America each year because of tobacco-related causes. We also talked about peer pressure, how to handle it, and how the older you get, the harder it is to say no. My DARE instructor told us about how he ended up saying yes in a situation and how he almost got hurt. When he told the class that story, it helped me understand how hard it is to say no. Thanks to DARE, I've committed to staying off drugs, not using tobacco products, saying no when I'm under pressure, and not drinking alcohol.
Okay, next up is Mr. Maston's class.
Nasser Alinzi. Om Debade. Devontae Davis. Aaliyah Douglas. Sandy Fahim. David Farasi. Peyton Gortney. Sophie Goff. Yusuf Ashak. Britton Judkins. Olivia Massengale. Aiden Murphy. Addison Neal. Ty Newton. Jesse Prasayan. Sagan Simprasuth. Nicole Samita. Zoe Thrillkill. Brian Tapia. Nicholas Truhoff. Epa Wa. And Alyssa Wache.
All right, the awards for Mr. Maston's class, the DARE girl, Nicole Samita. DARE boy, Jesse Christian. Third place essay, Ty Newton. Second place essay, Nicole Samita. And first place, Sophie Goff.
Here are some reasons why you should stay drug-free for the rest of your life. I promise to be drug-free for the rest of my life, and you should too. Alcohol and tobacco are not good for your lungs and heart. Did you know that there are about 75,000 alcohol-related deaths in the U.S.? Tobacco has more than 200 chemicals that you don't want in your body. Another reason is cigarettes contain nicotine, a strong and powerful substance. Next thing I'm going to talk about is alcohol, drug, and tobacco resistance. So here are some strategies you can use. The first is walking away from someone who is forcing you to do something you don't want to do. Second is to avoid a place of tobacco users. The third is give an excuse, say no, like, no, my parents would ground me for life. And it is okay to lie about your excuse. And if they don't give in, say no. Last but not least, I will talk about how to report bullying. I think the best way is to use the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. If you don't want to do that, you can write an anonymous note and give it to an officer that works at your school, or put it in a dare box. So again, I promise to stay drug-free for the rest of my life.
All right, Mr. Navy's class.
Diamond Amos. Daniel Archer. Riley Bouquet. Nova Chantapan. Antonella Comanche. Brianna Easterwood. Andrea Flores. Jonah Garland. Lucy Green. Kanaya Hall. McKenna Harrison. Abigail Jones. Ethan Jordan. Austin Krager. William Lewis. Jackson McKee. Bailey Nelson. Ansley Reagan. Landon Rickman. Marilyn Rodriguez Martinez. Luke Solomon. Ariel Tony. Cassandra Virgin. Paige Wilson. Maria Zambrano Gomez.
All right, the awards in Mr. Nagy's class. The Dare Girl, Paige Wilson. The Dare Boy, Landon Rickman. And I really enjoy when this happens in the award ceremony because I give them just enough time to sit back down. Third place essay, Landon Rickman. Second place essay, Ethan Jordan. And first place, Abby Jones. Right there on the back. Microphone.
I think DARE is great because it helped me with thinking not to do drugs, bullying, stress, and peer pressure. You need to be drug-free. Why? Because drugs are not healthy. Here are some examples. First example, alcohol slows down the brain and body. Effects may include loss of coordination, poor judgment, memory loss, loss of self-control, slow reflexes. Second example, smoking. There are more than 200 known harmful chemicals in cigarette smoke. Smoking causes heart disease. Last example, tobacco. Chewing tobacco can cause mouth cancer, tooth loss, and other health problems. This is why you don't do drugs, drink, smoke, or chew tobacco. I would not recommend you chewing tobacco or smoking. Why is this important? Because you can damage your body, so be safe and responsible.
Good job. All right, Mr. Nagy's got coming back up here for something.
The 5th grade teachers would like to show our appreciation for Officer Jay. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. We're getting pretty close to wrapping it up. We just got a couple more things to take care of real quick. I'd like everyone to give everybody, all the graduates, one more big round of applause. They did really well this year. They put in a lot of hard work in class. Hopefully we had some fun and we also learned a lot of things, but you should be really proud of them. They did really good. I'm very proud of them. A couple other gifts that we want to give away. First, Ms. Johnson. You're welcome. Again, thank you so much. Like I've always said from day one, you've always treated me like family here. I appreciate it. I love being here, so thank you for all.
Thank you, Officer.
And the next one is for our speaker, Dr. Gina Surgener. Thank you. All right, one last thing to take care of, and then we'll be all done here. For those of you that have programs, if you would flip them over to the back page of the program real quick. I want to recognize some sponsors. Without those people and those companies, we would not be able to do what we do. So first of all, Channel 3, if you guys noticed, in the very center here, there is a TV camera. So I already told all the kids about this, but they are going to be rebroadcast on Channel 3, which is the city channel on Comcast cable. I have sent home the information. I've at least given it to the teachers about the schedule and the days and times when those are going to be rebroadcast, so you'll be able to watch these on TV. Next is Skate Center West. We also have, they provide a free skate night for all the graduates, which I have sent the information for home for that. If you have not gotten it, let me know, let the teachers know, and I'll send it out again. But they offer a free skate night. All the graduates get to go, have a couple hours of fun, get some roller skating in. Parents, if you want to accompany them and come skate with them, that's fine. It's a couple dollars. I think all that was on all the information that I sent home. And that's going to be from 5 to 7:30. I'm not sure the date. It's on the slip that we sent home. But that's it. Thank you guys all so much for coming out. Like I said, be very proud of these students. They did a really good job. Thanks for coming out, guys.